Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
There we go. Bring it. Bring it.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Shoot. Check 99. Check 99. Here we go, 47.
Prescott from the gun. Cooper's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. A first down carry by Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go. Wide in. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, man.
On 2nd and 15 now. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Nickel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years, and I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
At their own 25-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm coming. 54.
There's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Goff now to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, you know, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. The 5th year back from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here we go, kill.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Here goes tonight. 180. Hey, watch the ball. Tight dog. Value three. 54.
3rd and 2. Goff. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boyer with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free. And that's twice now already in this first quarter that he's been able to knock a ball away.
They're going to need that from him and plenty more if they want to slow down this passing game. Thus far, though, he's been a ball magnet.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it. But to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd.
I know you felt that one.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Here's Prescott, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it's Henderson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Value three.
Now gone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now Dak on the option left. And now he'll tuck it in. Oh, Prescott stripped. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. Ten yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. This is Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
I'd say it's a pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards, a first down.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Darrell Henderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Prescott now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Throwing, Prescott. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker, complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and forever.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Check, watch 54. Ric Flair.
Now Goff on first down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Marcel Darius able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions, and you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his second year, but he's really on the uptick. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hold on. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Brown. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Mike 54. All down. 4 down. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Jack.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
SOS. Check 4.
Here's Gone. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Kill.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to sling this deep down and got his man complete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Check 15.
Now gone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
48 months. Hey, 47. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go.
Prescott to throw it. This one caught left side by Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Well, you think about the two quarterbacks in this game, Goff and Prescott. And, of course, Jared Goff, the first pick back in the 2016 class. Prescott, that same class, but he was in the 4th round, pick number 135. But Dak would take home Offensive Rookie of the Year honors. Fear not, though, for Jared Goff. He would recover, of course, and lead the Rams to Super Bowl 53 in that eventual loss to the Patriots. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off Byron Jones. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
58, come on. Come on, D.
First down, Prescott. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On first down, Elliott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the 17, Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down. Goff now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now it's Brown. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He got 29 yards that time. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to... And now here's another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. It's complete to Parker, left side. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Chill. 47, 26.
From the 35 on second down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
It's just me and you.
Prescott yet again. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the rookie from Washington, Taylor Rapp, who picked it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Gone. And that's complete to Cooks. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They run once more with Henderson. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, boy.
Goff on 3rd down. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage. And Zerline's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Here we go, 46. 48 for Mike. 46.
On second and inches, Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. He's got... Oh, Prescott stripped. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here. Not done in the 4th. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 6 there on first. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a 4th-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now it's Goff. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Robert Quinn has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Dak on the option left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott from the gun. That one complete to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Prescott. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
From the 27, Goff. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence was sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
30 seconds as they take the knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime, obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cowboys, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for L.A.,